Guys, just give me a second, okay? Just kind of. Just give me a second, I'm almost done, guys.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Not bad, sir. How are you?
Good, sir.
Good, okay. Okay, so
Sir, when we'll be having succession planning, sir? Mostly?
succession planning. Who promised you succession planning, sir?
Praveen, he's googling something.
Oh, answer. I never promised succession planning to anyone. Because a lot of people ask me to do, but I don't want to do it. So I try to avoid doing it. Okay, so guys, in the last class we're talking about
Praveen,
yes.
there are the two questions.
Uh-huh.
The first thing is whatever we prepared, whatever we generated the rule, right? We just written the rule.
Uh-huh.
But I could sense there would be some small mistake or something. Just let us go through that. And I could not assign this particular profile to the employee. Can you give us a small path on? Because I've just gone through.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sending. So we'll continue with our rule list today. As I said, I will kind of make it a bit more complex.
Sir, so slow, sir, please. Because we want to write it note to note.
Okay. I think SUCCESSFACTORS listen to your request, Nagasai. It's going very slow. So today, before it loads, so we'll try to see a couple of other scenarios. So the scenarios would be that we're going to work on. So if an employee has 1 to 5 years of seniority, then let's say 2 days per month, and 6 to 10, it would be let's say 2.25 days per month, and 11 to 99, that's a 2.5 days per month. Okay, so this is what I would like to do in the other rules that once we start working on other rules. So this would be the first scenario. So the amount of accrual will change based on the seniority of the employees. So what we do here is will kind of define accrual amounts based on seniority of employees. Okay, that's one scenario. And similar scenario where, let's say, seniority plus some job code, let's say, for example. If the job code is manager, he has got something. If the job code is VP, he has something like that. Okay, so there could be more complex scenario. So you have a seniority plus job code changes. That means the managers with so-and-so seniority will get this amount. Managers with, let's say, juniors with so-and-so seniority will get a different.
Hello? Hello?
Hey guys.
Hello?
So I'll have to. Sorry. Okay, so yes. Hello.
Yeah, Praveen, we thought you got lost.
Okay, sure, no problem. So we'll see this scenario plus a job code scenario, and also I'll try to bring in multiple other scenarios from my previous experience around this, and then we'll also see a condition for take rules if time permits. That means will not allow an employee, let's say, to take more than 5 days at a time. Okay, so this is something that we'll try to do. So we'll go through the scenarios now. Before that, we'll go through the question that I think Gauri had around the rule. So we go to time of structures. So we go to time of structures. So then we go to our time account type. So USA, July, vacation. Here it is. Right, so this is our rule that we have written yesterday
Yes.
for accrual.
Yes.
So what is the issue here?
If this is an equal to 1801.
That's status, okay? That's employee status. It's taking text because it's something that's converted.
Yes,
So
that's what I have a question.
no, it's an internal value, so you don't need to worry. It's taking the value from your success factors, I would say.
All right. So actually, whatever we
And I can,
yesterday.
but let me show you. So we put employee status,
User, yes.
user dot job. Who changed BCS job information?
Employee. Holiday calendar. Okay.
Equal to value, and then you take it.
Yes.
If I save it, it changes back to 1801. It's taking some internal value for active status. You see?
Okay.
So that's still fine.
All right.
That's still fine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Right. So what else? What was other issues I want to add? So
we have a profile that should be assigned to the user.
right. So you want to see where it is assigned to an employee? So the question is where you assign it to employee, or what is the problem? Hello? Hello? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Praveen, I can hear you.
So what is the question?
Yeah, bro.
So where you assign to the employee?
Yes, Praveen.
Okay.
And how to generate that. Like, we generated the quotas for him.
Right. So we went to this employee, went to his job assignment, which is an employment information. Right, so we assign it in the job information.
But we could not edit it, like,
You can go and maintain it. Ideally, you should maintain by taking an action. But if you want to make changes as an administrator, you can come and change it from a history. Right, you can change it here in the history.
Okay, okay. Right. So
All right, so let's get back to...
All right, okay.
Hello.
Okay, so today what we'll do is we'll write a rule for this requirement.
Generating the quota.
Okay, generating this one. So you have to go to time of calendars. And then first you need to create accounts. Account creation is already done for that particular time type, so you don't need to worry about it now. But if it's not done at all, so you need to do it first time. Once you do it, then you have to create your account calendars. So you can simply go, say new calendar, give your time account type. For example, like this. And then select your time period for which you want to generate your time periods. So based on the frequency, system generates all the periods, and you can put run dates as well. You can't put it in the past, but you can put it for future. For future dated values, you can do that. So for example, if you look at all the future months, you see the run date coming by default, and system will run the calendar by itself.
Praveen said that the calendar should be created every year separately, holidays and calendars.
That's account creation, so that's accounts, not calendars. Calendars are your frequency-based calendars. Every month you have a accrual, right? So that's an accrual calendar.
Okay.
You run every month, every week, or every bi-weekly. In that case, you see so many calendars as per what your frequency is. Here my frequency is monthly. That's why you see 12 periods for this particular time account type.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what it is. I see 12 calendars for vacation. And then you put a run date and you run them. This is how you run. You go to take action and simply run. So it runs. If it's not defined. But here if you look at it, the start dates are already defined for all the future dated values. Only for those past values you see that there is no run date because it's already completed, so you need to run manually. Or you can give a date in the future. Okay? So that's what you do in calendars. So now, in order to achieve this requirement, how can you do this, guys? How can you achieve this particular requirement? How can you achieve this particular requirement? For this, first you need to create an MDF object
Yes, yes, yes.
with a table which stores these values. Okay, so MDF object which has a table that stores, okay, seniority from and seniority to 1 to 5, and the value of accrual is 2 days. If the seniority is from 6 to 10, the value is 2.25 days of accrual. And if it's more than 10 days, then it should be 2.5 days per month is my accrual requirements. So for that, we need to quickly configure an MDF object. Yesterday, I'll tell you a funny story, guys. Meanwhile, so yesterday I came across a guy, okay, previous student of mine. and he said, I had an interview for on-site location and it went really well, but the problem is the guy who took my interview is not so good. And what he's saying is he's asking about custom objects. And I told him I'll create it at configure business objects, and he was clueless where it is. So I asked him I am also clueless where is configure business objects. Oh, then he said, okay, it's configure object definitions. Oh. So that was it was like a good timing one, because I was thinking I think the interviewer might be looking in the screen and he could not find it. I don't know.
There are the people like me, Praveen. Don't worry.
There are people like you. What do you say? Seniority, July, let's say, for example. Effective dating, basic. All the things not needed. Seniority, July is okay. So simple, I'll create this one. So this one is seniority from. Then this is not a, it's seniority to. Maybe what I can do is I can leave it as a string, okay? Otherwise it becomes a problem. Simply leave it that way. And then effective start date is there, which I can ignore. Then you got accrual amount. So this is also a string. Maybe I can put it as a decimal. This is accrual amount, okay? Accrual amount. That's all I need to create. So what I did here is I created an MDF object which says, okay, the MDF object's neared our limit, guys. So we quickly delete our, so guys, don't create any more custom objects, please. Let's say, I guess, go. Gold expenses, someone created. What are gold expenses, guys? So whenever you see that message, please send me an email, okay? Because that will, if you go beyond, it becomes a problem. So please send it to me. Okay, so okay, for now at least we'll go on. So we created a custom seniority object, which will have, so where do we go? Where do we go? Manage data. And then we can create a new custom seniority, okay? So this is seniority from 1 or maybe 0 to 5 years. This one you can put it as 1990, and the accrual amount is 2 days. Okay, so the accrual amount is 2 days. Then you got seniority again. We go to 6 to 10, effective 01/01/1990. The accrual amount is 2.25 days. And then we go create seniority. This is 11 to, let's say, 99.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Don't say
Sir, in the
99.
case of
Why
hours, it
99?
takes
Go ahead, sorry.
sir, in the case of hours only, it takes the points fractions, no, sir. But in the decimal, it
Wow.
can carry off, sir.
Why?
2.25,
We cannot-
2.5.
So let's say, for example, I've got 30 days of vacation per year. How do you accrue on a monthly basis?
Okay.
Okay.
2.5. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Given for the data type, we are given the decimal, right? For accurate in config object definition, data type, we are given the decimal there.
Yes, that's what I did. I gave a decimal for accrual amount. Okay, so now we have a table which will have so we have created this. Now we'll go to the business rules. So the requirement will change a bit now, right? So we have USA _ July _ vacation. So I'll copy this rule, and since people don't want me to change the word rules, so I'll change. Okay. Right, so we just copied the rule. Well, let's wait. So all the parameters and everything would be there, so which is good for us because we're going to use them now. Okay, so we can delete the status. But this one we can leave it as is because an employee status is active. This can be fine. Then what we need to do is set. Go to set and set the variables. So seniority. Check for seniority. Is equal to. So seniority is always equal to difference in calendar years, right? So difference in calendar years rounded down. Or maybe I'll take rounded down. From date is users hire date, employment hire date. To date would be accruable. Where is? So this is when did we post? So is it accruable end date or start date? We're posting on the accruable end date, right? So it should be accruable end date. Then save it. So don't save it. Okay. So that's a set. So now we have a seniority value coming up from this particular condition. So I'm calculating seniority, and then what I'll do is I'll create time account details where amount posted is equal to, what I have to do is I have to look up for my value from the table that I created. So what I'll do is I'll go and look up. So what is our base object? Seniority July. So go and look up in the table and take the accrual amount where seniority from is equal to, sorry, this is the problem. So when we don't map the data, data types properly, here it won't work. So quickly go back to object definitions. So I go to object and seniority. Seniority, and then change this to decimal number. I'll take it to decimal. There's a problem, guys, with not changing data. So it's not giving us the right set of conditions. Sorry for that. So I have to quickly go and delete the data. Seniority July. We take, what is that? What is that? Maybe 0. Okay, so I have to put this to decimals.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if you make changes in objects, then also manage it also should be deleted, sir.
Because you're changing the type of the data itself, right? So that's one of the problems.
It does not reflect here again.
Which one, sorry? No, it won't take it by itself. Obviously,
Okay,
you
sir.
created a text and you're changing it to number. What happens
Okay.
if I put some XYZ there?
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why it's not allowing us.
Okay, sir.
If you have added a new field, then it won't at least change something. But if you're doing something like this, then it's a problem. 2.25 quickly, then July 11 to 99 to 101 1990. Okay, and then this is 2.5. Now this looks better. Then go here. We should have deleted. So I'll add an expression. So we'll create time account details with accrual amount posted. Sorry?
Praveen, can you hear me?
Sorry, go ahead. Yes, go ahead, please.
Praveen, I'm really sorry that I missed last bit what you shown in last 10-15 minutes.
So I've just changed the data format because here when I'm trying to write the rule, the data type, it's a number and there I just gave them a string. So that's why they're not matching. I changed the object fields to decimal and now I'm writing the rule again.
So are you writing the accrual rule, right?
Yes, of course, an accrual rule based on seniority. So here what we did was we created a table in the MDF object which will have seniority stored. Along with that, an accrual amount assigned based on seniority range. So now The amount posted is the accrual amount always. So what is the amount posted? It's the accrual amount. So we're looking for accrual amount in this table where seniority of my employee should fall in the seniority range that I defined. So where seniority from is, again, come on, it cannot be. Still shows let me see, guys. This is not change is not still reflecting, so I'll someone wants to explain what we did? So first quickly calculate the seniority, the employees is equal to difference in calendar years from employees hire date to our run date. When are we running? So it's going to be accruable and date. Once we have it, then we need to create time account type, time account details, so sorry. Time account details where I look up for my custom object that I created, in which I would like to take the amount field. Now you see all the values of this thing, where seniority from is less than or equal to, seniority from is less than or equal to variables dot seniority, and seniority 2 is greater than or equal to seniority. So what I'm saying is, if this variable dot seniority, this one, employee seniority, falls between seniority from and seniority to, then select the accrual amount in that table. Everyone, is this clear what I'm doing here, the logic? What I'm doing here, is that clear?
I'm not clear, Praveen, actually. Sorry.
So what we're doing here, we created a table with a list of values where you have an accrued seniority from date, seniority from, seniority to, and an accrual amount. So that means, as per our requirement, if an employee has seniority from 1 to, so as we discussed, so if the seniority from is 1 and the seniority 2 is 5, then it's 2 days per month. The seniority from is 6 to 10, it should be 2.425 days. That's what we stored in our MDF object, right? I'm saying here, pick this accrual amount if the employee seniority falls between this. So what I'm trying to do is X less than or equal to, so this one. So this is what I did. So seniority from less than or equal to X is employee seniority, less than or equal to seniority 2 is what I'm trying to define here in this rule. If this satisfied, then pick the accrual amount in that particular table. And then we generate this particular value. So this is seniority, the logic for seniority. Then you need to simply follow the process of running calendars, so it should run accordingly. Is this clear, everyone?
Sir, please come down to the last step.
Can you scroll up to the top part?
Right, so once you have this, the next requirement, as I said, is when you have a condition which says job code. So that means an employee has a job code, right? And seniority. Let's say if you are a manager, this is a customer requirement. In their organization, all the people with vice president job code, let's say, will have some value. All the, let's say, executive assistants will have, let's say, 1.5 days. And let's say, all directors will have 2.2 days, let's say, something of this sort. Again, seniority within that. So seniority 0 to 5, and it's 2, 5 to 10, it's 2.5, let's say, about 10, it's 2. Or let's say 3. So that was a requirement. So now what we need to do is we kind of modify this rule a bit more. What we do is we go to the MDF object. This is our MDF object. We'll kind of put a field which is called job code. Okay. So this is a job code. And I'll make it a foundation object which would be defined as job code. Okay, so this is a job code of the employee. I save it. I think I've taken a wrong thing by taking job code, because job code for US is not working, and the whole time profile that we defined is for US. But still, any which ways, I'm trying to show you the logic, so that should be fine. It's not complex. So now what we have is a new field which says job code. Go to manage data here. So here a new field will come wherein we need to add job code for the employee. So you need to take the job code, for example, like this, and then you define. So for all the people in this job code with this seniority, will get a value. That's how I defined something like this. Again, now you have an additional field which says job code. So you need to define the all possible scenarios. This becomes more complex to maintain, because let's say all managers, seniorities, and then values. And then you go to vice president, then you have got seniority ranges and then values. And then you go to, let's say, junior resources, whatever you call them, and then you have definitions for that. So you need to define all the values in this table. Once you do that, the rule will change a bit. Very simple. Everything will remain same. So that means the job code defined in that particular table should match with the job code of the employee plus the seniority. Then this particular amount should be taken when we run the accrual. So for that, what we do is we define Okay, this is not yet updated, guys.
Praveen, can you copy this and can you do modification on the new one?
So we go to business rules.
Praveen.
So we go to USA vacation. Seniority.
Praveen, can you copy this and do the modification in the new rule?
Okay.
Yep.
So US July seniority plus job. Okay, so here in this rule, what we can do is simply add job code in that table is equal to user dot job information dot job classification. You see? So we are saying that the job code that is defined in that particular table should match with the job code defined in the employee level. And seniority condition, both of them will work together here. Is it clear? Everyone, what we're doing? So this one can be anything. I just give one example with job. It could be a department, or it could be a division, or it could be a legal entity. So in a legal entity, let's say in India, you might have this condition. You might have a different condition or different country. So you can take anything. So this one can be defined based on your customer requirement. This is one of the customer requirement I face. So this is an example for that. You can take any which value that you want from employee data, put it in the MDF object table, and then match it with employee so that the condition, if the condition is satisfied, then you can pull the data. Is that clear? Simple, guys, nothing complex here. You're just mapping the job code to job code of employee, and other conditions remain same. Okay, so we'll try to write this rule where I don't want to allow an employee to take more than 5 days of absence. Okay, so let's say, for example, what I would like to do is I would like to write a rule. For that, first maybe maintain data, right? So message, definition, sorry, I have to go here. Create a message which will say you are eligible to take only up to 5 days of vacation at a time. Okay, so I'm taking this, save it, I'll use it in my rule. This is similar to what we did before, guys. So it's just like I have to show you all the possible scenarios that you come across. So this is a bit different, guys. US vacation take rule, okay? So remember, the take rules are different. They are not written on time account. Remember this one, okay? The written on employee time. The written on employee time. Because you are doing this rule, you are triggering this rule in the screen where you apply an absence. So that's why the base object will be different here. Otherwise everything would be okay. So now what happens is, if the number of days taken is greater than, let's say 5, this rule should apply, where you will say, rise a message, okay, so this is an error. It will not allow when you apply an absence for number of days. So let's save it.
So, Praveen, where you link this to absence type? Which point you are linking?
I'll do that. We are doing it. Okay, I'll show you. I'm just showing you the rule so that I'll link it.
Okay.
So we now go to the time type to define a take rule. So now we just defined a condition which says you're eligible only for 5 days of absence at a time. You can take only up to 5 days of absence. But we need to define there's certain employee, at a time type level. Which time type would follow this particular message? So USA, vacation is the one that we created yesterday. Right, so you have take rules here. If you look at it, you have take rules. So take this rule, copy paste it here, save it. Okay, so now you define the take rule at an employee level. Now you go to the employee, but before that, let's see time account type once, because I see that there is no negative booking allowed. So I just want to make sure. I'll allow simulation of accruals, and then I also allow negative booking, where I'll allow an employee to take up to 10 days of vacation above his quota. Okay, so now I'll proxy in as our employee, Alan H. Lake. So we go to time off. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'll apply an absence for 6 days at a time. It says you're eligible to take up to 5 days of vacation at a time. I cannot take it. I cannot submit. You see, it's not allowing me. Whereas if I change it later to, let's say, 7 days, I can submit. You see this one? This is how it works. It's working up to 5 days. But the moment I say above 5 days, it is not allowing me to submit. It's not allowing me to submit here. That's a take rule. Is that clear, guys? Just like how we put some validations before.
Praveen, just can you just
So
show one sec where you link that one, the rule? I think I.
Sure. For that, you need to go to time type and assign it in the take rules. Let me go. Go to time of structures. Go to time type. It's vacation. Here, I define the take rule. Something called as take rules. This is applied when you take an absence. If what conditions you apply. We define it there.
So you mentioned the rule name here, USA underscore.
Okay.
vacation.
Yes, I mentioned the rule name. Yes, yeah. Okay, so actually, I thought we might complete in 3 days, but maybe not. We'll have 2 more sessions for period and processing and other things. So I think your course might be extended till Monday or Tuesday, guys. Sorry for that, because I can't skip topics. So obviously we need to extend.
Praveen, happy for that.
So we have a few more rules that we have to write.
Hello?
Sorry,
We are happy for that.
sorry, something.
We
Okay.
are happy for that.
So, okay. So the point is tomorrow what we'll do is we'll see how we write rules for period and processing, and we'll run period and calendar, like how we did accrual calendars the other day. So we'll kind of see how, what kind of scenarios are possible during year-end time. So there could be lapse scenarios, or there could be carry forward scenarios, or there could be a scenario where only up to 5 days would be carried forward. So we kind of see all these 3 possible scenarios that will come in year-end time for time management, and then we'll see the other things that we have within time management. Okay, we'll stop here for today because I can't start a new topic now looking at the time. So we'll catch up tomorrow.
Praveen, what time tomorrow? What time is the class actually? Is that 7 and 8 both? The competition will be at 7 or?
7 and 8 both, yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Praveen, do we have any config document for this time off? Because it's too
Yes, you
many
have it.
stuff for this.
You have a config document for time off, yes.
Okay.
I think
and I
already people
request,
got it, right?
yeah, and I request Praveen on one more thing. Can you just in tomorrow's session, can you just show in a Word document like what are the steps exactly we are following? Because there are too many time stuff coming around here. And it's a bit confusing to catch the flow sometimes for me to understand things. So I just wanted to understand, because we are creating many of the rules. Is it mandatory necessary for to create a similar vacation or a absence type? Do we need to write all these rules, or can we directly create a absence for that and assign to the employee?
I'm just showing the possible scenarios. If you look at our first day class, I just said these are the 5 steps that we have. But within that,
Yes.
I'm trying to show you all possible scenarios that we can come across in real time. Or this might not be the end of the day, okay? I can give you some assignment tomorrow with a few other very complex scenarios that I came across in time management, especially in success factors, where you need to write real complex rules. So I'm trying to kind of habituate you, at least I would say, to kind of take these rules and everything.
Okay.
But anyway, I think we'll do that tomorrow to start with, and then we'll continue from there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Praveen, and have a good day. Good day, everyone.
Yep, thanks. Yep.
Thanks, Praveen. Bye. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.